Hey, lady, are you a woman who loves the Lord and who also enjoys beautiful things? Well, if you are, then you are personally invited to join my exclusive Christian women's group. In this group, we chat about clothes, beauty, home decor, parenting, marriage, cooking, and of course, our Christian walk. It's Christian lifestyle all encompassing. So be sure to join by clicking the link below. I hope to chat with you soon. Now back to our show. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome back to another episode of Grown Lady Chat. It's me, your host, Dr. Sherunda Simone, and if you have been following on social media, if you've seen the community tab posts, then you know we're having something a little different this evening because it's not a true live, but it is a live watch party. So check me out because I am actively commenting right now. Look, right now, yeah, that's me typing in the live chat section because when you're watching this episode, I'm actually doing a pre-birthday celebration. Anyway, I wanted to stay true to our Thursday episodes. And initially, I thought about just not having an episode, but I was like, no. I'm not doing that, okay? I'm going to stick with it because I know just how much you enjoy it and how much I enjoy our Monday and Thursdays. So what I decided to do was kind of like a live watch party, you know what I'm saying? But you can still chat with me, like still chat. So it's still going to be extremely laid back like usual on Thursdays. And if you have any questions for me, please hop in the comments. If you're catching the replay, hey lady, what's up? Make sure you chat in the comments because I will be responding. And if you are chatting in real time while this episode is premiering on YouTube, then I can answer your questions, as we go. All right. So that's what's happening in this episode. Nonetheless, we are still going to have a wonderful episode. Thank you so much for being here. The community is just taking off, and I say thank you so much to each of you. I see, you ladies are sharing the episodes. You are commenting on social media, and that just helps to push the episode out to more ladies. All right, so keep up the good work. I appreciate you, and of course, all praise be to God. Now, if it's your first time tuning in, welcome. I am Dr. Sherunda Simone, and here in the GLC community, we are a group of women, and mostly women. I think ever so often my hubby will tune in, or like maybe, somebody's husband will pop in and chime in. My father will chime in sometimes. So it's really special. But either way you take it, we are predominantly a group of women, and we serve the Lord. We're not perfect, but we're growing together. We know that we serve a perfect God, and we are just doing life together. Hey, lady, are you a woman who loves the Lord and who also enjoys beautiful things? Well, if you are, then you are personally invited to join my exclusive Christian women's group. In this group, we chat about clothes, beauty, home decor, parenting, marriage, cooking, and of course, our Christian walk. It's Christian lifestyle all encompassing. So be sure to join by clicking the link below. I hope to chat with you soon. Now back to our show. Because Lauren is turning 5 this month, which is crazy to me. I just cannot believe my baby is about to be 5. So, in keeping with that, I'm still losing baby weight. But I've said before, in my opinion, this is just me now, it's no longer baby weight if your baby isn't a baby, okay? So shots fired at me, all right? I don't know how you choose to deal with that, but personally, I really want to stop saying I'm getting rid of baby weight and just be done with it all. So I have been on a journey. It's like when I tell you it's a journey, oh my goodness. Okay, this has been truly a postpartum weight loss journey. And once I hit 40, it just seemed as though I had to change everything up. So I have been very intentional with trying to understand my body now in this new decade, and stress management, hormonal management, mood management, weight management. I mean, lady, look, I have really been working at it. And if you have been following the GLC community, you know that I've been totally transparent about what I've been dealing with, ups, downs, struggles, success, all of that. So in tonight's episode, if you have any questions about what I share, of course, I have to make all the disclaimers that, your results might not be my results. Please talk with your doctor first. Yes, I am a doctor, but this is not my specialty. So I'm speaking to you as someone who is not in the field of dietary medicine or holistic medicine or primary care. I am literally a patient like you, okay? So even though I'm a doctor, this is not my specialty. So please speak with your provider before you make any, medical changes. But I have just found such great success in, yes, a short amount of time, but it's something that I've been doing. And when I do it consistently, I consistently get these results. But that's one thing that I'm going to talk about is consistency. Okay, that should be at the very top, but I'm going to put it at the bottom because it's like the bow, the cherry on top. The end all is just consistency. But when I do these things consistently, I consistently lose weight, and it's safe, it's steady, it's predictable. So I was like, you know what? I know I'm not the only lady who is dealing with this. And I wanted to share what's been working for me in the hope and the prayer that it works for you as well. So share this episode with as many women as possible because somebody out there is struggling and crying and shedding tears and feeling frustrated and not feeling her best right now, and this could be the video that unlocks even some of the keys to make that change. All right, so make sure you meet me in the comments, do all of that. I want to put up on the screen, I'll let you know what our question of the day is. I like to give a question of the day so that we can generate some good conversation and just have a starting point for us. So for today, the question of the day is, all right, how are you managing stress, hormone levels? What are you doing? What have you tried? What has worked for you? What hasn't worked for you? Are you looking into something? Let's chat about it in the comments because this is a community, okay, of grown ladies. So you never know. You could be dealing with something that another lady has already overcome and vice versa. All right, so let's share, let's talk about it. And of course, every time you interact, whether it's liking, sharing, commenting, posting on socials under GLC, that's another opportunity for you to be entered into my random monthly giveaways. And my purpose for doing the giveaway is to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for giving me time in your busy schedule. All right. And just thank you for engaging in the community. So the more you engage with GLC, it's another opportunity for you to be considered for a giveaway prize. All right. And I already did the giveaway prize for August, but it's cumulative. So, September is another opportunity. And in some months, I've done 2 giveaways. Okay, so there's that as well. And it's just like an incentive for you to show up and to engage in the community. So don't forget the question of the day. How are you managing stress, hormone levels, or even like weight? After a certain age, it becomes increasingly more difficult. We don't like to claim that, but it is a little bit more difficult as we age because our metabolism slows down. Things in life can be more stressful. You have more people to take care of, more responsibility, more demands at work, so there are so many things that can add to, our plate and that can impact our health. And weight is one of those things. Yeah. So anyway, my daughter, like I said, she's about to be 5. I'm still carrying around about 15 pounds of baby weight. I'm going to call it baby weight because when I got pregnant with her, I was at my goal weight and now I'm not. But we're letting it go. I'm going to be done with it. I have decided that no matter what, I'm going to be consistent. And I'm just tired of this. Have you ever just been sick and tired of being sick and tired? Like I am sick and tired of the yo-yo, the up and down, falling off the wagon because I get frustrated or sad, allowing my emotions to cause me to emotionally eat. I don't know if you can relate to that. or just being so negative and down on myself because I'm not where I want to be. Like, we're not doing that, okay? First and foremost, let me just say, we're not doing that, ladies, okay? This is what we as grown ladies are not doing. We are not going to continue to be hard on ourselves and hide in every picture. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We're not going to say, no, don't photograph me, and then miss out on making memories. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to skimp on the cute clothes. No. Yes, we're going to dress appropriately for our body type, you know. However, that doesn't mean that we're going to wear everything oversized, in a monochromatic look so that we can just kind of blend into the background. We're not doing that. Okay, we are going to dress for our current body. We're going to be confident. We're going to have the experiences. We're going to travel. We're going to take the photos. We are going to show up. All right, we're not going to hide. We're not doing that. And I'm speaking from a place of, look, I've been there. We're not doing that anymore. Okay, so no, I'm not where I want to be, but my dear, I'm still going to show up as I am in this season, and so should you. So this is not going to be a woe is me conversation. I am not also going to come on and say that you have to have the goals that I have. Really and truly, it is health. It's not even so much weight management, because when you are healthy, your weight is managed. Hormone and stress management leads to health management. So this is not an exclusive conversation just about weight. However, for most women, weight is a good marker. You see what I'm saying? But you can be, rail thin and still not be healthy, okay? So weight is not the only marker, but it is a very obvious marker for most people. All right, so I think I did all of my disclaimers, child, because, I don't want to be on here. My mother's an attorney, so medical legally, okay, I have worked on cases with her before, and what I will not do is have anyone on the internet come and say that Dr. Josie said you should be doing X, Y, Z. I am not coming to you as your doctor today, okay? I'm not coming to you as your doctor. Consult your doctor on your own before you make any medical changes. The things that I'm going to share, the supplements and all of that, they're all over the counter. My dietitian knows about them, as well as my, not nutritionist. My nutritionist knows, as well as my, oh my gosh, functional medicine specialist. So for the most part, I have talked with somebody about the changes that I've made, somebody who has detailed education, training, and experience. Okay, so there's that. All right, I think I've covered all of my medical legal preambles. Yes, I have. Okay, remember, it's very laid back, so even though it's pre-recorded, I'm not doing a bunch of editing. Okay, you're getting it just, how it usually is on the Thursday episodes. Are you a woman who enjoys beautiful things? 34/5 Lifestyle has lovely, unique accessories for your everyday look and also for those special occasions. Click the link below to check out our latest accessory collection. Now, you always know that I have some other housekeeping. So let's talk about the conference. Who's showing up to the conference in July next year? Oh, I am so excited. And it is like 10:37 p.m. when I'm recording this episode, and I'm so hyped. Why? Because I'm talking with you. I'm chatting with my grown ladies. And even though it's really just me in my room by myself and there's nobody else here conversing, I know that you guys are hot in the comments. I know you are. Yeah, I know you are. So just a reminder, we're having our GLC in-person conference, July of next year, the 18th through the 20th in Thomasville, Georgia. Now, I did have somebody ask during the last live, I think. Was it the last one? I think so. You were asking if the conference would be streamed live. And I'm working on that. I'm working to see if that can be a possibility. I would still want for as many of you ladies to show up in person just to get that, heart to heart connection. When you have that in person, just tactile connections, I think nothing can beat that, right? But if there are some people who can't show up, or maybe even if there are segments that, you want to see even after the conference is over, then it will be recorded. That's for sure. The conference will be recorded. However, as far as live streaming it, for, registration options for live stream versus in person. I'm still working out the details of that, but thank you for that suggestion. If you have any suggestions for the conference, let me know. The theme is "And I Did." So we're going from the vision to fruition. I like things that rhyme. That's how I studied in med school. That's how I remember things in life. So from the vision to fruition. And I did. Okay, that is the theme. And I did. So I know that there are so many ladies. I know that there are so many ladies in the GLC community. You reach out to me, you text me, you call me, you find me on Facebook, on Instagram, you comment here on YouTube, you send me emails in the GLC community, and you're like, Dr. Sherunda, I have plans, I have goals. There are things that I want to do. I believe God has a bigger purpose for my life, but I don't know where to start. I don't know how to move from the thoughts in my head to actually, having them manifest. And we're not talking about the corrupted manifest, thing that people are doing, the new age foolishness. No, we're talking about biblical, progress. Some ladies just can't make that move, and that's okay. Or maybe you can make that move, but you want even better mindset and better practices so that you can get even more momentum and progress as you're pursuing your goals. Ladies, this is the conference. We're going to be talking about all of that. All of that. And it won't only be me speaking. I know that you ladies enjoy me, and that blesses my heart. Thank you. But it's not just going to be me. I'm working on a stellar speaker lineup. Okay, so you are not going to want to miss this. The easiest way for you to stay abreast, stay in tune, stay aware of the happenings, all the happenings in the GLC community is to be on my email list. All right. I do majority of my communication through my email list and through these lives, right? So there are two ways that you can stay connected, but the main way, if you're in the email community, you will get all of the information. Just like if you're watching this on Facebook, I appreciate you. However, you might not get all of the episodes. All right. So if you want to get all of the information, email community. If you want to see all of the episodes, have access to all the episodes in one central place, it's YouTube. All right. Now, if that changes, I will let you know. I will let you know. But for now, those are the two main ways that you need to be connected with the GLC community because things are happening, lady. You don't want to miss it. Let us see. Let us see. So the main things that I have noticed, okay, the main things that I have noticed improve with me consistently doing these 7 things. The main things I've noticed is the reduction of cortisol face. Okay, this is cortisol face. Okay, let me see if I can show a picture. Maybe I'll pop it up on the screen here. While we're not being negative about ourselves, we're not doing that, ladies. You know when you look and feel better and when you don't feel so great. And so for me, just that real swollen look, edematous look, I still believe I'm attractive. I still believe I am fearfully and wonderfully made and beautiful. My hubby still just, fawns all over me, which I'm grateful for because Lord knows his eyes. You never notice your husband's eyes. You can nitpick with yourself in the mirror, but when hubby sees you, he's like, It's not until we start showing him the flaws that he's like, I didn't see that, and I still don't see that. So yeah, we're not doing that either. Okay, we're going to move beyond that. But you know the little things that you see about yourself. So this is, for me, cortisol face. And I've noticed a better management of that, a reduction in just the overall puffiness of my face and really just of my body in general. I feel like I am taking up less physical space, right? 3D, I'm taking up less space in the world in a good way. I'm not talking about my big personality. Okay, Dr. Sherunda has a big personality, but I'm saying I feel like I'm taking up less space in a good way. Okay, the next thing is my lower belly fat, that fupa. Yes, I think I will always have, a little bit of redundant skin. You'll always know, that I had, children, you know what I mean? But I've noticed that my lower belly fat is not as obvious. It's smaller, right? I'm taking measurements. And so I've noticed right? So we like that. I'm less tired. I am far less tired when I'm consistent with these 7 things, okay? Bloating. Oh my goodness, bloating. It used to be where I would be bloated no matter what I ate, no matter if it were something like considered healthy, like truly healthy, a whole big salad with, protein and, healthy vegetables and all of that. It didn't matter. If I could eat that, or I could eat a slice of pizza and I would be bloated looking like I was 4 months pregnant, you know, right? Which there's nothing wrong with looking 4 months pregnant. Please, that's not the soundbite. What I'm saying is the bloating, as in I would start the day off with a flatter stomach, and by lunchtime, my pants were tight. Can you relate? Yes? No? Anybody? Right? Okay. Meet me in the comments, okay? Because I'm commenting. Constipation. Wow. Maybe this is TMI, or maybe we should talk about this more often so it's not TMI. Prior to age 40, hitting the fourth floor, I was regular. I was regular, degular, okay, with number 2. And then all of a sudden it was like, it's been some time since I've had a movement, And so I have been dealing with constipation. However, when I'm consistent with these 7 things, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about it. And it's so great because I heard a nutrition specialist say once that at any given time, people, male and female, are carrying around about 10 plus pounds of waste. What? 10? You know what I would do if I lost 10 pounds? Let me tell you. Yes, if I lost 10 pounds of waste, that's a lot. That's a lot, ladies, okay? And then anxiety and my mood. Wow. Again, just being consistent. I have noticed that the way I approach my days, the way I approach stressful situations, the way I approach obstacles has improved. Now, this does not replace my relationship with the Lord. Okay, we're not talking about, trading one for the other. This is in conjunction with, because our body is the temple, okay? And it's the temple of the Lord. So we have to take care of it. So I'm not saying that, once you do all these 7 things, you just, you can abandon the reading of the Bible and submitting your mind to God. I'm saying in conjunction with, because what you put in your body, it matters. It's important. So what I've noticed is my mood and anxiety levels, stress management, just so much better, so much better. And now again, what I'm telling you specifically is within the past 7 days, how much weight I lost, like 7 pounds. But I've been doing this consistently now for these 7 things for about, I would say, 6 weeks. And I've actually lost more weight than that. But I was saying, like, when I looked at the scale and I looked at my measurements and I was like, okay, 7 pounds, 7 days, these 7 things, it's like working 777. So, and I'm not saying anything special about the number. I'm literally just saying that is what I noticed. So I'm sharing it with you. So I wanted to just let you know some of the markers that I've been using, because maybe you're dealing with some of those things as well. Bloating, cortisol face or very swollen face, constipation, fatigue, mood swings, fupa, all of that. So the first thing that I've done consistently, where's my little notebook? I thought I had it here on my tablet, but I don't. So let me put it up here. All right, don't forget, hop in the comments, ladies, okay? Hop in the comments. We're having a watch party, a live watch party, okay? Also, don't forget to grab your, where is it? Where are my notes? Don't forget to grab your merch, okay? We have new merch. I promised you earlier this year that we'd have new merch. Here it is. About my father's business. Yes, yes. I posted on the community tab a couple of days ago because Tracy sent me a photo. She was sitting poolside drinking from her stainless steel water bottle, or whatever you want to put in there, really. But she showed it to me and I was like, get it, girl, be about your father's business. And then on the back, it says daily in the GLC logo. So we are about our father's business daily. And then there also is the matching mug to about my father's business. And then we have this mug right here. It says salty, and behind salty, it's kind of getting blown out, but there is like a picture of, no, don't mind my thumb, it's not cute. But there's a picture of like a little pile of salt, and then it says like Matthew 5, because we're salt and light. Yep, yep. And then on the back, we have the GLC logo, and then just some salt grains. And these are designed by moi, so personal designs. Hey, lady, are you a woman who loves the Lord and who also enjoys beautiful things? Well, if you are, then you are personally invited to join my exclusive Christian women's group. In this group, we chat about clothes, beauty, home decor, parenting, marriage, cooking, and of course, our Christian walk. It's Christian lifestyle all encompassing. So be sure to join by clicking the link below. I hope to chat with you soon. Now back to our show. But the first thing, ladies, H2O. Drink your water. The thing about it, when you drink water, you're going to have to use the bathroom. So when I'm at work, I mean, I'm doing the bathroom dance, pretty often. Not when I'm with the patients, obviously, but like when I'm charting, I'm like, okay, just get this note done so you can head to the bathroom. So that is something to consider. Yes, everybody's like, you have to use the bathroom because they see me at my job. I'm drinking water all the time. Yes, you're going to have to use the bathroom, but that's okay. Your body needs water. And my dad was telling me about this documentary that he's been watching about the true benefits of water. And I need to watch it because the way he was going on about it, it seemed like it was truly life transforming. Like he was taking notes and planning on making some major life changes at the age of 70. So there's that. But water is important. Ladies, I have been very consistent. I'm going to show you, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you exactly what I use at my job to stay consistent with my hydration. So when I'm at home, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I can, I'm at home. I don't have to worry about stopping thinking about it. There's water everywhere. But when I'm at work, I have to be very intentional because I don't have my fridge, there. I don't have water bottles sitting around. So what I did was I went on to Amazon. You can go wherever. You do not have to use my links, but I will link what I can for you down below if you want to pick up anything. But I went onto Amazon and I was like, if I have a water filter at work where I know that I can always have it filled and it can be fresh, clean water, then I will be more prone to drink it. So I went on to Amazon. Let me share my screen with you. I went on to Amazon and I purchased this right here, okay? And you can see I bought it in January. I've been using it consistently since January, and it's the Brita water filter. And this one holds 40 gallons. I keep this full in my office. So anytime I see my water bottle running low, I just go here, boop, fill it up, and I'm good to go. One moment. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Water, water, water. I don't think you'll find anybody who says otherwise when it comes to weight management. The next thing is protein. Protein, protein. Say it after me. Protein. Women, we don't consume enough protein. Well, let me take that back. Most women I talk to. I don't know if you can relate, but I was always very concerned about having too much protein and then bulking up. But look here, let me tell you something. I am so far from having to worry about being bulky. Like, girl, you still have a lot of jiggle and jaggle. We're talking about bulking up. I'm not even there yet. What you worrying about that for? I have things that move that shouldn't move. So I'm like, I don't want to get bulky. Girl, bulk is not your problem right now. Not in a muscular way. So this is me. I'm not being negative. I'm just talking about myself here. That is not my concern. And what I have found, again, talking with my nutritionist and my functional medicine specialist, more protein, more protein, more protein. So I eat protein at every meal. My goal is to have like 20 grams of protein with every meal. And what I have found is that I'm full for longer, I'm more satisfied, and I feel as though it's making me more lean. Now, don't look and start to go on social media and see, I am not where I want to be, okay? So don't be nasty in the comments. I am still a work in progress. I'm just telling you what I have done and what I've seen work, okay? So while, yes, there are still some things that I am working on, I notice a difference. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel more lean. My clothes fit a little bit more loosely. I am not having to wiggle as much into things, and I have changed dress and pant size. So that's a good thing. The next thing that I have done is focused on resistance training and weight training or weightlifting. Again, maybe you can relate. Let me know in the comment section. You probably thinking, well, I don't want to bulk up. I don't want to bulk up. I don't want to have a linebacker shoulders. I don't want to that. I don't want that either. Okay, that is not my ministry. Other people, that's how they would like to look. I do not like to, want to look like that. I would like to be more toned. And so I have to lift weights, and we have to lift weights or do some kind of resistance training if we want to be more toned and lose fat. All right. So I have been very consistent with weight training and resistance training. And we do have like a mini gym in our, what's it called? A mini gym in our garage. And I used to use that consistently, but it's hot. It's the summertime here in southern Georgia, and it is just too steamy. Yes, we have an AC unit out there. We have 2 fans out there, but it's just too hot. Okay, so hit me back up in the fall, and I'll be back in our home gym. But for now, I came across this thing on Amazon, and I will share it on this screen here. I thought I could do it on this program, but I can't. So I'll just pop it up here on the screen. But let me tell you, this resistance band situation is so wonderful because it's easy to use. I get good resistance and it's compact. So I really don't have any excuse. If I wanted to, when I travel, I could pack it up, which I plan to do that. We have some trips planned this month. I'm going to pack it up and I'm going to take it with me because it's very easy to use and it gives me a good resistance, like weight train type feel. So if you're looking for something to do to start off with, maybe you're not comfortable with, the dumbbells and the barbells, or you don't have a gym membership, or you don't feel like going to the gym or whatnot. Look, we need to, even as we age, we need to be working on just keeping our muscle tone because it's the everyday activities that are impacted mostly in the geriatric population. You see what I'm saying? It is the inability to get up and walk. It's the inability to sit without being in pain. It's the inability to walk long distances. All of those everyday activities, that's what's impaired in a lot of our geriatric population. You know what I'm saying? So we really need to keep our muscle tone, keep our collagen, fibers, all of that, because as we age, we lose collagen. And collagen is the building block for so many things in our body: muscles, our bone, tendons, skin, elasticity, all of those things are impacted by collagen. All right. So in order for us to keep all the tone and the collagen, we need to, yes, have the protein with it. I take a collagen supplement every day in my coffee. But then also too, I've been doing weight training and resistance training. Now I tend to carry the weight for me mostly in my abdomen and my arms. It's just a genetic thing. So I'm really focused on, trying to get my arms more toned. Again, don't look for pictures because you're not going to see it yet. All right. It's a work in progress. All right. But I can tell you that shirts are fitting a little bit differently with consistency, me doing this resistance band training. And then sometimes I will, go out in the garage with hubby and do some free weights and all. But again, it's just too hot for that. So catch me up in the fall and the Georgia winter out there. It's just very versatile. It is extremely versatile. I can get a good upper and lower body workout with this set right here. And it's compact. You can travel with it, So even if it's not this one, just look into something. If you are a weight lady, free weight, get into that as well. But I've noticed that has been very helpful. The next thing that I'm doing is counting calories. Now, I know that not a lot of women like to do this because it's another thing to worry about. But for me, again, I'm trying to lose this baby weight because my child is about to be 5. So I'm like, look, I have to go all out. Now, when I'm in my maintenance phase, then I probably won't count calories as much. But I'll tell you what I did before. So when I lost nearly 100 pounds, yes, nearly 100 pounds between my first child and my second child, I was not so much counting calories. Well, I guess you could say I was, because I was on, like, just strict eating. I would have my veggies, my protein, and my complex carb, which is usually like a sweet potato or something. I would have that consistently during the week, Monday through Friday, bar none, very consistent. My veggie, my protein, and my complex carb. And then on like Saturday, I would have like one or two cheat meals. And then Sunday, I was back on it again with my strict regimen. And then maybe like on a Friday, like everybody, in my office knew if you had like a sweet treat or something for Dr. Josie, like let's say they were having some party or something on Thursday, they would say, okay, well, we know Dr. J is not going to have any of it, so we'll save her slice of cake or cupcake until Friday, because then I'll have like a nibble, because I was very strict. So even though I wasn't counting calories, I was extremely strict nonetheless, okay? If you're enjoying tonight's episode, smash the like button. Don't forget to do all that stuff just because, I'm not watching in real time, okay? Smash the like button and spam the comment section, and don't forget to share the episode with a friend. Okay? Let's see. We're going to take a quick break and then we'll come back. All right? And I will tell you what more I'm doing, especially with the counting calories. I'll let you know what app I'm using and all of that good stuff. Are you a woman who enjoys beautiful things? 34/5 Lifestyle has lovely, unique accessories for your everyday look and also for those special occasions. Click the link below to check out our latest accessory collection. So, the app that I use to count or manage my calories is MyFitnessPal. There is a free version and there is a paid version. I use the free version because all I need to look at are my calories as well as my nutrition content. So, some people calculate macros. I don't. So, my daily caloric goal is 1320, so 1320. That is for my weight loss. Now, in order to maintain, that might change once I hit my goal in the name of Jesus, okay? But for now, it's 1320. It might be different for you. So I just go into the calories portion and log my food, and that is available on the free version. And then I also go to nutrition, and for the nutrition, I go to the nutrients part of the app, and all I'm concerned with is protein, carbohydrates, and fiber. All right. Now, yes, I like to make sure that my sugar and my fat are also, low and underneath the range. But the main things that I focus on: protein, carbohydrates, and fiber, because those are the three that are going to dictate for me weight management, weight loss, and so forth. So I am usually okay if I'm over on my protein. Carbohydrates, I like to keep them a little bit low. I used to do the keto, Atkins, little to no carb diet. But the problem with that is I wasn't getting enough carbohydrates. And what I found is that there are times in the 30-day cycle, my hormonal cycle, when I need carbs, when we as women need carbs. It just has to be healthy, complex carbs. So that's where reading Fast Like a Girl from Dr. Mindy Pelz, that's where that was very helpful, because I was denying myself carbohydrates thinking that I was helping when really I was causing a negative outcome. So, just applied education is power. Now, back in the 30s and my 30s and 20s, oh, I could just cut carbs for like 3 weeks and just be snatched. But it doesn't work that way right now. So if you are somebody who is doing low carb keto, if it's working for you, lady, don't stop. Okay. I'm talking about for the ladies who maybe it's not working. You're wondering, why is it not working? It could be because your body, based on your hormonal cycle, it actually needs complex carbs at certain times. So I'm actually okay. I just don't consume a lot of carbs anyway. And so far it's been working for me. So I have, I think, let me see, like for today in particular, my goal is 190. Total I've had is 108. So I have 82 grams deficit carbs. I'm fine with that. Whereas with protein, I am at 11 grams over. But I don't mind that because what the app doesn't know is that I am doing a lower body workout. Okay, so I don't put my weight training or resistance training calories in there. And I usually don't put my walking calories in there either because I don't eat more calories if I work out more or burn more calories. I don't do that. I really just stick to my daily goal, which is 1320. So even if I have extra because I've walked or worked out, I don't add those in because I'm not trying to maintain my weight. I'm trying to lose weight. So as long as my body gets the nutrient and calorie amount needed, then everything else as far as like, calorie burn, that's just a bonus. Does that make sense? It's just a bonus. So like today, I did put in my exercise because I knew I'd be telling you about it. So I walked at work, which I'll get to that, but I walked at work and I burned 199 calories. I'm also doing a lower body resistance training with the band set that I showed you a while ago. So I'm not going to add that in, but if I did, I would have a bigger deficit or of calories left over. So right now I'm at 297 calories remaining, which means if I wanted to, I could eat another 300 calories of food, but I don't want to. I know that I have hit near enough to my calorie goal, which is 1320. I've hit close enough to that goal to be okay. So I'm not going to try and, oh, let me eat another 300 calories so that I can be evened out. No, I'm okay with my calorie deficit because I have eaten enough calories for my body and the nutrients needed as well. So it's not just about, eating, half a pizza. That doesn't have much nutritional value. Yeah, it might be in your calorie deficit. It might be in your calorie where you can eat it, but if it doesn't have any nutritional value, then your body's not getting what it needs. And so that might actually hurt you in the long run when it comes to a healthy lifestyle versus dieting. So I've also like moved away from the concept of dieting for an occasion or dieting, just for some event. I now focus more so on a lifestyle. Now, if I know something is coming up, then yeah, I'm going to be extra focused, right? But I'm still thinking of it as a lifestyle. So I'm looking for things that are sustainable. For me, after a while, low carb keto, it just was not sustainable for me. I began to feel like, okay, my body needs something, and what it needed was carbs, but complex carbs, healthy carbs, okay? So that is that. But I have been, counting my calories, and I will probably still do it to some degree when I'm in my maintenance phase. But like I did last time when I lost nearly 100 pounds, during the week, I would just have my set meals. So meal prepping is a big deal for me. If I don't have to think about what I'm going to eat, I'm less likely to make a mistake and eat something I shouldn't, because it's like a no-brainer. You're eating this for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Okay, this is what, if I do have a snack, boom, I have my snack. It's when you're in that, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry, I don't know what to do. It's like you forget everything. You're like, look, I'm starving right now. Or let's say you're emotional, really, really happy, really, really sad, stressed out. You're grabbing the first thing because you want comfort. Yeah, even if you're having those emotional roller coasters, if you have pre-planned food, it's easier to grab the healthy thing so that at least, you might not be in the best mood, but you can check off one thing. I still ate properly today, Maybe I cried more than I wanted to, but I ate properly. So yay. So planning my meals, calorie deficit, that's been very helpful. And I try and make it very easy for myself by using the app. I use the free version and it works fine. And I have an Android, so, if you're looking for an Android option, and it's also available on Apple devices, okay? Next thing is doing some kind of cardio. I used to focus really, really heavy on cardio, like really heavy. And, I have this treadmill. I'll pop it on the screen here. I have this walking treadmill in my office at work because I spend the majority of my time at my 9 to 5. And yes, we have a treadmill here. We have a row machine here. We have an elliptical here. We have a stationary bike. I mean, we have access to things. But by the time I come home, look, I'm tired. I'm tired. But I was also sick and tired of being sick and tired and using it as an excuse. So I was like, you know what? Invest in a treadmill. This one is very inexpensive. It is still available on Amazon and it works. It works perfectly fine. It's portable. You know, I can roll it away when I want to sit down. I can roll it up when, when I want to walk. And what I did was I asked my job to provide me with one of those variable height desks that just rests on top of your regular desk. So if your job has that option, or maybe they do and you haven't asked, look into that, okay? Ask about it. But I'm sure you can get them inexpensively as well. And you might be thinking, okay, well, I'm spending more money. I've spent so much money on this in the past. But let me tell you, if you're really committed, and let's say you don't have an hour lunch and you can't walk around, after work, or, for whatever reason, you can't get away during the day, and you have a desk job, a sedentary job, lady, this is an investment that you can make. You can take the money that you're using to pay your gym membership that you probably don't use as often. You can take that money and you can buy this, office treadmill, and you can buy the variable height desk. You can do that. Or maybe your job provides it, you haven't asked. You never know. I mean, health and fitness, it's definitely trending right now. So you might have to ask your, department head, or if you're the head of the department, build it into the budget. Okay, do that. Make those moves, because I do like to walk, get some kind of cardio movement in. Now, again, I used to be very focused and try to get 3 to 5 miles every single day, which was a good goal. I was enjoying it, but I felt like it was taxing on me, because I then began to get in this state of anxiety of, oh my gosh, I'm still seeing patients. That's not changed, okay? I still have a full roster of patients. And so I'm still trying to, like, in between, now mark you, I'm, making sure that I have my air blowing on me. I have my, deodorant. I have all that good stuff, okay? We're not walking around sweaty. But I was really finding myself getting anxious about the miles. So instead of stressing my body, because any stress, like I said, I found out from talking with the nutritionist, any stress, even trying to push through a workout when your body is saying, I need rest, that is stressing out your hormones. Cortisol is flooding your system with cortisol. And I can tell you, there have been so many times where I'm like, okay, I really want to do this workout, and I find myself pushing through it, and then I'm like, why is this such a struggle for me? And then I'm doing poor form, or I'm not motivated, or I do it, halfway, and then I feel badly about myself, and then I feel mad at myself, and the cycle of mood swing just goes round and round, when really what I should have done was sat down. Sit down. Not every time you want to work out, you should work out. Sometimes your body is telling you, sit down. And I had to learn that. I had to learn to listen to my body. So right now I'm in a mini fitness, like group text. And I mentioned in that group text, like, this week, I'm just going to rest. I learned that, though, from listening to my body, and also from Dr. Mindy Pell's Fast Like a Girl. She breaks down the cycle. So there are certain days of my 30-day cycle where I will be in a rest phase, when I try not to tax my body too much. Maybe instead of pushing through a strenuous resistance workout, I will do some good stretching. And I'm not talking about yoga. I'm talking about just true stretching, like ooh, ah, stretch, not meditate stretch. Okay, we talked about that. I'm not doing any of that. I'm stretching. Or maybe it is just walking at a slower pace throughout the day while I'm still seeing my patients, and however many miles I get throughout the day, that's it, versus trying to push myself to 3 to 5 miles. Or sometimes it's sleep. Sleep. That's something else I didn't put on my list because I don't do it very well, but I should be sleeping more. We should be getting like 8+ hours of sleep a night. It's already 11:23, so that's not happening tonight. But when I can, I do sleep more, because sleep is definitely a part of stress management, hormone management, weight management. I heard another specialist say that most people are carrying around how many pounds? It's like 3 to 5 pounds, something crazy. It was enough to move the scale, because of extra weight, because they don't sleep enough. When you sleep, your body repairs. You burn calories. When you get into that deep REM cycle, the deep sleep, your body is burning calories. Yeah, so there are times when if I'm consistent with my sleep and I get at least 6+ hours, I'm not even bumping it up to the 7 or 8. If I get 6+ hours of sleep consistently and I change nothing else, I will lose weight. I will feel better. My energy levels will be higher. I will have, my face won't be as swollen, so the cortisol face will be down. I mean, it is impactful. Now, I get it. It's not always easy to go to bed early. It takes discipline. And there are different seasons in my life where I'm better about it because of whatever's going on. Like the more prepared I am, the more sleep I can get. And I think that just goes for everybody. One thing that I've been doing consistently is walking. And it's not even like an everyday thing. It truly is just whenever I can. But I keep it at the forefront of my mind, and I make it much easier because I have the walking treadmill at my job. And also, too, walking is a great form of cardiovascular workout. So even though you might not, I know there are a lot of promotions right now for walking and making sure you walk, 10K a day and, lose the weight. And it does work. Again, when I lost nearly 100 pounds, I was walking 10,000 steps, 5 miles a day, bar none. It was happening. I would be in challenges, like group challenges with my Fitbit. And there were days when I would have 17, 18,000 steps for like days on end. The thing about it is that I was in a different phase of life. I was in my 30s, and I was also in a maintenance phase, and I also had less children. I wasn't working on my business as consistently. So there's some give. There has to be some give. And we've talked about this before in other episodes, that you cannot do everything 100% all the time. Life doesn't have balance. That is a big misinformation. Like we're always looking for this balance and equality. No, there's a give and take in life. And so in that season, I was able to, consistently walk 5, 6, 7 miles a day. Right after work, I would come and I wouldn't start on my business work, my actual business that I own. I wouldn't work on that after my 9 to 5. I would go to the gym, or I would walk around the lake, or I would walk around the our neighborhood. So I was forfeiting business progress for working out. Now, in this phase of my life with more children, and just more responsibilities, that is not an option that I can keep up. So could I do it? Absolutely. But I couldn't keep that up. It's not realistic. I have businesses now that are depending on me and that I want to grow. You see what I'm saying? Like I want to grow my personal business. So because of that, I have just been walking, but not as aggressively. I've been listening to my body. Listen to your body. All right. Get more sleep. And then the next thing, supplements. Supplements. Yeah. Again, disclaimer, medical legally. Mom, you taught me well. Don't take my word. Speak to your primary care. Don't go clicking on something and then try and blame me if it upset your stomach or something. Read the reviews. Everything that I'm sharing with you is available over the counter. Nothing is prescription. But there are supplements that I have been taking consistently. I talked about my collagen supplement. I take that all the time. That just helps with my skin elasticity. It helps with my digestion. It adds to my protein intake. And the one that I like to use is Dr. Axe Ancient Nutrition. I've been using it now for, I don't know, probably like 3 years. Okay, my mom uses it. I believe one of my sisters, a couple of my co-workers. It's just great. It has no flavor, the one that I use. I believe there is one that you can mix and it has like a strawberry lemon flavor, but I didn't particularly care for that. Plus, it was like a whole different drink. Whereas with the unflavored, I literally just put it in my coffee. That's all I have to do, and it has no flavor. So I just mix it in after I put my, cream and all of that. I just mix it in, and I'm good to go, and I have my collagens. Now, one supplement, I don't have it here with me, but I'll pop it up on the screen. It is Water Away. So ever since I gave birth to Brennan, who is now 11, that pregnancy left me with some residual issues where I tend to retain water. So I'm very salt sensitive. I can swell up pretty easily compared to maybe other people, and definitely prior to, that pregnancy. So because of that, I'm very salt sensitive. So I don't add salt much to anything. Any way you take it, that's just never been my thing, but even more so now. And then on a daily basis, yeah, nearly every day, I will take this water away supplement. And I found that when I take either one or two of these water away all natural diuretics, I don't gain the water weight, and I don't have that constant fluctuation of up and down water weight, even when I'm on my cycle, as in my, my flow time of my cycle. So it works. If you're somebody who deals with a lot of just water retention, yes, you need to drink more water so that you can urinate it out. Yes, you definitely want to control your sodium or salt intake, very important. Yes, you want to move your body. However, I noticed that even when I was doing all of those things, I was still holding on to fluid. I was still holding on to fluid. So I was like, something has to give. And I did not want to take a pharmaceutical or chemical compound every day. That was just not what I wanted. So because of that, I started to search out for all natural. And you can do things like dandelion root. And I mean, there's some other all natural options. So, do some research. But for me, what I've found is taking a water away tablet, one or two every day with a full glass of water, usually before bed, and it doesn't make me have to get up at night or anything, not more than usual. Like, it doesn't really seem to impact my overnight urination. But if you're somebody who you're like, you don't want to deal with that, then take it the beginning of the day, take it middle of the day. It doesn't matter. I've just noticed that I don't wake up with all of that extra bloating. That's that. The other supplement that I have that I've been taking consistently is this cortisol manager. It's a stress hormone stabilizer, and it is integrative therapeutics. This one right here. Sometimes it is in capsule form. This time it's in like this pill form right here. So it's not too large, okay? But you take two of these. It just, I can tell. I can tell. This is one of the main things that I use consistently, and it helps me with cortisol and stress management. And it's not where it's like you can feel yourself, being zen or calm. No, it really just is not, it doesn't allow my body to spike and just get, overly stressed out. I can truly feel where like other things, certain things, or experiences during the day at work or with the kids or whatnot would just really just send me over the edge, and I'd have to really reel it in. I could feel that internal turmoil, that's cortisol, ladies. Like when you feel your stomach just churning and, anxiety spicing up, yes, it's the enemy. It's the devil. Everything's spiritual. But there are also things in the natural that can cause us to have cortisol spikes. And so we have to use wisdom and our Bible knowledge, okay, which is godly wisdom. So yes, we pray, we come against, we fight the enemy. None of that changes. That's still top, still paramount. In addition to, we can also use all natural herbs from the land, okay, for healing of the body, all right? That's also permissible. That's biblical, all right? This cortisol manager, I really have been liking that. It is on my subscribe for Amazon, my save and subscribe, so it just comes in the mail. I don't even have to worry about it. I don't even have to think about it. It's coming in the mail. And what I do is I have my home stash, and then I have a little pill case at work. And so I keep that stocked. So if I ever forget to take it at home, I have it at work, and I don't have to worry about not having it on the weekends because I have my home stash. Ladies, look, you have to make some changes. If you want to have a different outcome, you have to do something differently. Okay? You cannot continue the same way and expect things to change. It just doesn't work that way. So I was like, look, if you're going to get serious about this, you need to get serious about it. Stop making excuses and find a way around the excuses. Because where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there's a woman who has found a way. Okay? Where there is any will, you can find a way out of it. The next thing is by the same brand, Ancient Nutrition. That's where I get my collagen and some of my other supplements. But I've been using a one-a-day multivitamin for women 40 and over. I do believe that makes a difference, because the way my body has needs now is vastly different from in my 20s and 30s. So we have to take a multivitamin that is specific for our needs. This one has ancient superfoods, vitamin K2, as well as adaptogenic herbs. Now, adaptogenic herbs, you might not be familiar with that. So I looked up the definition so that I could give it to you straight from Merriam, okay, Merriam-Webster. And an adaptogen is a non-toxic substance, and especially a plant extract that is held to increase the body's ability to resist the damaging effects of stress and promote or restore normal physiological functioning. All right, let me know if you're enjoying tonight's episode. I miss you so much. I keep on looking over to the comment section because usually it's like, blowing up. But not tonight. Don't worry. I'm still going to check you. Okay, I'm checking in the live chat, okay? And don't forget to answer the question of the day. Let me put it up again. Today's question of the day, ladies. How are you managing your stress, your hormone levels, your weight? How are you doing it? Are you doing it? What is working? What's not working? What are your questions, concerns? Even if I don't have the answer, somebody else in the community might, okay? Somebody else in the community might. And I'm really trying to, come up with people who can come and share and who are willing to share. I know my nutritionist, there's like a piece of hair or something on my face, but I know my nutritionist, she is a wealth of knowledge. She's also really busy. And so I've been trying to get her to come on. She said she would, and then we just couldn't get the schedules to align. But I'm working on, getting someone to come and talk with us, specifically about these things. But I wanted to share with you what I've been doing, and it's been working. They say the first few phases of weight loss, only you notice it. It's then the next phase is when other people, like your family members, notice it, the people who see you every day, and then your co-workers notice, So I'm kind of in the phase where my co-workers are noticing, and so I'm like, okay, it's not just me. It's not just in my head, and it's not just my hubby who thinks I'm sexy all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's not just my kids who are like, oh, mommy, you look different. Thank you, Munchkin. It's not just them. Regina. She's like, hey, doc. I see something. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, we're definitely at the coworker phase. So I feel comfortable with sharing what has been working. And then the last thing, this is fairly new, but again, I've been using it for about 2 months. And so when I say new, I mean it is newer to my regimen, but I figured I would share it because it is this unaltered appetite suppressant plus carb blocker, and it supports weight loss, it boosts metabolism, and it helps to combat cravings. And this one I like because it's 120 capsules, and you can either take 2 capsules a day or 4 capsules a day, so it can either last you for 2 months or 1 month. I'll show you what the capsule looks like. Oh, I didn't show you. Did I show you the other ones? No. Yeah, I did. No, I don't think I did. Oh, you know what? Here, let me show you the Ancient Nutrition multivitamin, and this is just 1 a day. This is the capsule. I'm showing you this one right now, the Ancient Nutrition. And then this one is about this size right here. So again, none of them are super huge. I realized that, some might consider this is a lot of steps. This is a lot to do. But you know what else is a lot? The weight on my body. And this is not body shaming. This is not body shaming at all. I'm talking about health. You know what else is a lot? Having that stress all the time because hormones aren't being managed properly. Yeah, that's a lot too. So even if for you it's not about weight management, stress management, mood management, fatigue, all of these things are impacted with proper lifestyle modifications. And sometimes that might mean supplements. Sometimes that might mean working out so that you can regulate your hormones. You see what I'm saying? So again, this is not body shaming. This is not, no, because you could be very thin and not be healthy. Weight is not the only marker of health, but it is one of the markers of health.
Hey lady, are you a woman who loves the Lord and who also enjoys beautiful things? Well, if you are, then you are personally invited to join my exclusive Christian women's group. In this group, we chat about clothes, beauty, home decor, parenting, marriage, cooking, and of course, our Christian walk. It's Christian lifestyle all encompassing. So be sure to join by clicking the link below. I hope to chat with you soon. Now back to our show.
I kind of touched upon at the very beginning. Number 7 is consistency. You have to stick with it. I'm not saying you have to do it perfectly every day because that's a tall order in life, but you have to be consistent. Let's try to remove the barriers of excuses. Let's try not to think of it as a burden. I have to do this. No, you get to do it. You get to love on your body. You can choose how you treat your body. Let's think of it that way. Let's think of it as, thank the Lord that I have the resources to buy the treadmill, to buy the resistance band, to invest in, the supplements. Thank you, Lord, that I can do that versus I have to. Don't think about so much of what you're giving up. Instead, focus on what you're gaining. Like, there are times that I'm like, I am so not in the mood, and I've done all my little 6 steps and I'm like, I see my family members and they're eating what they want and I'm like, And then I think, okay, you're thinking about what you're missing out on. But the version of yourself that you felt the best, the most confident, you felt the most comfortable, the healthiest, you had the energy, you could wear anything that you wanted, you know what I'm saying, without like pulling and tugging all the time. It was because you were able to sacrifice and because you chose the long-term goal over the short-term satisfaction. You see what I'm saying? What do they say? A minute on the lips, a lifetime on the hips. Look, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus because, but you get the concept. That short-term moment where it's like that little dopamine high, you feel good in that moment when you're just like smashing that, donut or whatever. Or you could say, resist right now. I don't need that. I'm working on a big goal. And you might not see that bad choice in the moment, but one bad choice begets another, it becomes a habit. Then before you know it, child, you have not even fallen off the wagon. You are up under the wagon, okay? Look, and I'm talking, because I've been there. And again, it might not even be poor eating. Maybe it is just staying up late repeatedly. Okay, maybe it's you need to go to bed. There are times my husband will text me like, okay, come on, little girl, it's time for bed. He's like, come on, go to bed. And yes, it's because, he wants adult time, but also too, because he's like, he knows what I'm working towards. So he's like, look, I know you're down there and you're working in the office. Because when I get to working, when I'm that kind of person, my personality, when I'm focused on a plan, a task, it is hard for me to stop because I want to see it finished. I don't like to leave things on my to-do list, and that can be a good thing, but it can also be detrimental if we don't know how to exercise discipline. So at times I have to set reminders. Like my 11:30 reminder went off, and it's like, okay, usually this is my wind down time, and I'll start to wind down so I can get ready for bed. But tonight's an exception because I'm doing this and being consistent. So I'm not saying you have to do it perfectly every time, but overarchingly 80-20, you need to be doing 80% right. Because 80% of what you do is what matters. The 20% doesn't matter as much. Not when it comes to consistency. If you are consistent 80% of the time, then you will reach your goal, but you have to be consistent. So I have found ways to eliminate the excuses. I'm tired when I come home from work. So what do? I try and get my workout or at least the cardio portion done at work when I can. Other times I don't walk at work because I know that I'm going to come home and I'm going to dig deep and do a good resistance or weight train. I am consistent with drinking water. Before, it was so cumbersome to jug around that 1 gallon container. Now, I said, okay, I spend the money and buy the Brita and the filter. I can have good, clean water whenever I want. You see what I'm saying? So we have to really look at what the excuses are and then find ways to eradicate or overcome the excuses. And with every level, there'll be something different. So whatever excuses you had in the beginning, it will change. You'll overcome those hurdles and then there'll be new hurdles, but don't get discouraged. Keep going, keep pushing through. And trust me, initially it's going to seem like nothing is happening. And this is me talking from the 100 pounds weight loss, okay? It will seem like nothing's happening. I cannot tell you how long it took me before I started to feel like something was happening, before I could notice it. And I would cry after working out because I'm like, I did all of this. I sacrificed. I ate the boring meals. I'm going to bed early. And yet, everything is the same. Nothing is happening. And then it's almost as if overnight, I woke up one morning and my clothes were falling off and my face looked different. And my husband was like, you're smaller. My siblings, my family members, my coworkers, you're smaller. And next thing you knew, it's like, oh, wait, it's working. But what if I had stopped? What if I had stopped? The first small victory you see, whether it is the button on your pants closing more easily, your mood is uplifted, you're not as sleepy in the middle of the day, that slump. The first small joy or outcome, positive outcome that you see, lady, grab onto that. That's a reward. Hold on to it. The first time you get a non-scale victory, the first time you see your skin start to clear up, because I was also dealing with adult onset hormonal acne on account of cortisol and hormone imbalance and all of that. The first time you start to see your face clearing up and it stays clear for 3-4 weeks, lady, that's a non-scale victory. That is a victory that you hold on to, you take it and you use it, even if nothing else has changed. You find those one or two things that are working for you, the positive outcomes, and you use that. You use it as fuel to keep going and to trick yourself to focus on the progress or the process and not the progress. Focus on step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And it's like, don't look up. There are times when I'm like, don't look up, don't look up, don't look up. Because the moment you look up, you're like, I'm not there yet. Right? And then you stop. And then you lose all of the momentum that you picked up. So the last thing that I am just going to encourage you to do, even if you decide to do low carb keto, if you paleo, whatever you decide to do, if weight management is not your concern, but hormone management is, and you decide to, focus on going to bed early and walking or having some kind of cardio during the day so you can get more rest at night, whatever it is that you choose to do, lady, be consistent and focus on 80-20. If you can do 100%, great, but life happens. So what I say is, you know what, let me shoot for 100, but if I get to 80, I'm okay with it. 80-20 rule. Because your life, the outcome of it is dependent on what you do 80% of the times. So if you have an option to choose a healthy meal versus an unhealthy meal, you might say, okay, 1 or 2 times, no big deal. It's when you do it 3, 4, 5, 6 times, then we're out of the 80-20 rule. But I hope you enjoyed tonight. Don't forget, we have our GLC conference happening next July. We have new merch on the site. Join the email community, shoot me an email, comment down below, find me on other socials, you can DM me, everything will be listed down for you, okay? So check it out. All right, I think that is it. Ladies, yeah, that's it. And until Monday, remember, I am Dr. Sherunda Simone, and I will either see you at the top or from the top. You decide. Bye.